Before y'all get in the comments and say she need to spit that out.
What is...
I have medical issues.
All right, y'all. So actually, this part might not make sense because I might make this as a disclaimer. So if I might not, but if I make this first, understand if you're watching this first, this is the end. That makes sense. Yeah, it'll make sense to y'all. But understand if you're watching this first, this might be put in the beginning, so it sets up, so y'all understand throughout the video what the cough is. Yeah. So this may be in the front, but I'm actually recording it at the end.
If you get in the comments and you talk about, I need to spit it out, I swear.
So one, do you want to explain what it is?
Okay. It's a little difficult to explain because doctor's still working on it.
Don't know what it is. But just explain what causes it.
I've had this cough for over a decade now. And we don't exactly know what it's triggered from because I did an allergy test and I did everything. So if I walk outside, but they said it's allergies, asthma, and bronchitis. So to me, great, take my medication. I have to take a few different kind of medications. However, on top of that, I would get chronic respiratory infections. I would get them every couple months. Chronic sinus infections every couple months. And tonsil infections every couple months. So all the issues together don't really make for the funnest time. So then I decided, okay, I went to my doctors. I kept complaining about the same things. So I've gone to an ENT doctor. So I decided to get my tonsils and my adenoids removed because they're more likely causing the issues up in here. But I recently had to cancel my surgery because I'm not fit enough to do it because of all the liquid and mucus in my lungs. So looking at the mucus in my lungs, it's a ton of it. So I am taking medication now to get rid of it, but now we're just going to do some like CT scanning and stuff just to make sure it's not cystic fibrosis because I was not tested for as a child. But hoping for the best. It's just a lot of symptoms with it coincide with the things I struggle with. So with that being said, it makes it hard for me to breathe. I hadn't worked out in like a month until yesterday because I just couldn't breathe. It's really not that deep to me. It's really not that deep. I still go to work and everything. Like I really don't like to take out work.
That's what I was going to ask you. So that was my one question is, with you having this chronic illness, how do you think it impacts your work life at all?
Impacts my work life? When I first get sick, yes. Because when I first get sick, because it's an infection, usually I will have like a fever and I will be a little bit weaker than I usually am. But after like the first symptoms go away, I'm all right. It affects my work life in the sense that a lot of people really don't understand that I can cough it up, but say if I haven't taken any medication, my mucus is extremely thick. It's hard to cough that up and it hurts. So people be like, oh, can't you just go ahead and cough? Like, and I'm not contagious or nothing like that. But some clients don't get it. And that's okay. Not everybody understands that. But it does get frustrating because I do work with people's skin and on them, So I usually don't even need to like open my mouth to just cough to clear my airway, but it is a little frustrating in that sense. But most of the time, working isn't that bad. Like I do get out of breath very, very quickly. So
do your clients mind?
A lot of them don't. A lot of my clients are pretty nice and understanding. Of course, there's some people like, you want to just cough? And I'm like, well, I can, but it's not going to come up because it's too thick. If it's too thick, if I hadn't taken my medication or if I hadn't been on medication, it would not break up. So right now, my medication kind of break it up and it'd be able to have me breathing better. Okay. So, yeah.
Now, Ken, you can ask your last question. All right. Welcome to the Duval Dialogue Podcast. You got your host, Xavier. You got my co-host, Bam.
What's up?
So this is our second episode. Also, our first interview with the lovely Leahdavinci.
Hello.
So, if y'all know me, then y'all know this is my lovely fiance. This is also one of the most esteemed tattoo artists in not just Jacksonville, Florida, but also Florida. One of the youngest tattoo artists to own a tattoo shop in the city, if not the youngest tattoo artist in the city to own a shop. Maybe in the state, as far as we know. Owned the shop at 18?
Yeah.
So legally, nobody could be younger than her. Best they could do is tie.
The best you could do is tie. Snap to me. 26.7.
A whopping 26,000 followers on Instagram?
Yeah.
All right. You know what I'm saying? So she's not just some random artist in the city. Also, how many employees do you have now in your shop?
I have 5.
Five employees at the age of 19?
Yeah.
Most people don't have 5
and
employees
all black
ever.
Ladies.
Are
all black women.
Majority of them older than you?
Yeah, everybody's older than me except my apprentice queen.
There's no
But
problem.
she's
Shout out
literally
Queen.
only a month younger than me.
Okay.
Yeah.
And everything's smooth sailing with that.
I mean, we're all women.
So y'all just click.
There'll be a couple
everything.
problems.
Oh,
but
okay.
We'll get to that.
Understandable.
we got a couple sassy attitudes there, but I love them the same.
We'll get to that later. All right, so we're going to start with, some of the basic questions that probably a lot of people would want to know about you. First thing I had on here was, how did you find out tattooing was your passion? I feel like that's a very specific skill. To one, even learn you're good at. Two, to also make a career. I don't think there's really any kid you'll ask, hey, what do you want to be when they grow up? And they say tattoo artist, especially with your mom being an accountant.
Yeah, the age-old question I get every
Speak up a
single
little bit, by the way.
appointment. Which one I?
Nah, you don't got to speak into it. Just
Okay.
speak up. You just whisper a little bit.
I get this question every single appointment that I ever have in my shop. So I'm happy to answer it. So I kind of started drawing when I was in middle school. I started taking drawing serious in middle school. My mom was like, "Well, sure is a way you can make money off this." So she got me a tattoo kit when I was 14.
She thought, okay, I can make money off seeing you be able to sketch and paint. Her
Because-
first idea was tattooing, not selling canvases or something.
Well, because we were looking at just how often do people really sell paintings and sell drawings, and how much can they really sell it for? How many people buy it? People get tattoos every day. People are gonna pay for tattoos every day.
It's a very advanced way of thinking at 14.
Not everyone's gonna want to buy a painting or a mural or a drawing. So tattooing was the next best thing. So she got me a tattoo kit at 14. And then she just said, just try it. See how you like it. And I tried it every single day and I loved it. So then I started
How did you start
tattooing.
practicing before people?
Oh, I'm practice skins and my cousins. So it was people.
How are
don't
you?
recommend.
How are you?
Shh. We're going to not display that
I'm just
information.
going to do the math here. She's 19 now. So
I've been tattooed for 5 years.
it's a very young person to be tattooing humans. So,
To this day, though, no one in my family has gotten the first pieces I did on them covered or fixed. So, must have done something right. But I started practicing those, and then I started slowly, gathering more supplies, then tattooing people from my high school, tattooing more people around me. And I just kept practicing, and eventually I got into a shop. So, I just had to keep at it. I kept at it for some time.
So when would you first say you noticed, okay, this is not just a hobby, it's a career. This is a life. This is a lifetime thing. Not this is okay, this is some fun to do. When did you learn, okay, this is me, this is it. This is
Honestly,
what I'm gonna do.
when I first started, because those little tests they would have you take in school, them little personality surveys to see what kind of job you'd end up doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I always got something in the arts field. So I was like, okay, well, I guess I'll go with this. Because I didn't see myself doing anything else, really. I could not find out what I wanted to do. And yeah, thinking of what you want to do in 8th grade was a little OD. You didn't need to figure it out that early. But
It's a little early.
you know what I'm saying? They kept making us take them little surveys.
Yeah, little career
So,
test.
If anything I would do, if not this, it would probably be working with in child care services maybe. But I just kept getting the same answers over and over. So I was like, okay, this seems like what I need to do. So I need to find something within it, whether it be this or something else. So yeah, that's kind of how I decided that this was going to be a career rather than just a hobby. And I really, really loved it. I practiced it every single day. So it was going to work. Gonna work.
Okay, so how does your family feel about you going to an unconventional field, whereas usually it's a college first generation or?
To be honest, they were all extremely supportive. I didn't really have any naysayers, and I really didn't. They all were just like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
And they just went with it. I think a part of the reason is they just wanted any of the kids to just succeed in what they wanted to do, but they saw that I kept going at it, so they were all just like, okay, well, she's still young, so if it doesn't work out, she can try something else and still have time to still get a decent start of life. Yeah. But they were all supportive.
Did you ever have anybody that was that was close to you that was a Debbie Downer or a negative?
My daddy. Move it on.
You want to talk about that or you want to go past it?
You don't got to be too deep.
It don't gotta be too deep. It just, girl dads, y'all need to get it together.
Was it hating or was he just more so one of those parents I think everybody should go to college?
He was like, I wanted you to go to college. I'm an only child, so I'm my mom's and my dad's only child. So my dad was like, I wanted you to do this and go to college and go in certain steps. But the way my life went, I didn't do nothing he wanted me to do. But I feel like I was still a pretty good kid. It's just because successful. Yeah, because me and Xavier adopted our nephew. So, and I ended up doing homeschool in high school. So it was like I didn't do the conventional path anyway. So I was like, relax.
Did it change once you started seeing success and like coming into?
Yeah, he would always tell me he was proud, but I mean, like to this day, successful. I don't think I've done one original tattoo on my dad. The only thing he had me do was just like something super, super small and simple.
Yeah.
But he would go to other tattoo artists to get his work done. So it's just like, he was definitely a naysayer. I always love him, but my mom was like super like, you're gonna do this, we're gonna do it right, and she's been my momager ever since. Shout out to mom.
Other than that, would you say there were any challenges just coming up, trying to go into an unconventional field, or not even related to being an unconventional field, but just challenges you faced being a young tattoo artist?
Yes, there are a few. Give me 1 second, my eye itch.
You're good. Take your time.
So, my biggest issue at the moment is social media. Like, you can't just own a business no more. You gotta get on there and do some edits.
Gotta be an influencer.
And yeah, I'm not that, but I'm trying my best. So if you see my Instagram, I'm trying my best. My biggest issue, or like, I guess obstacle in the past, was that I was super young. So some people would be like, okay, I don't want this little girl tattooing me. And then some people would just be like, like, do you know what you're doing? And of course I did, but I get why people had questions.
Now, I'm not gonna lie. Majority of my tattoos she has done, and when people would ask me where I get them from, I would say, oh, I got them from Leah, da-da-da-da-da. And they'd be like, bro, ain't she like 16? Ain't she like 17?
Kenya, we said we wasn't going to disclose the age. Dang!
Anyway,
I did start in a shop
illegally
when I was 15.
Minor.
Keep that in there.
I'm going to keep that in there for sure.
I was 15, so I did lie to clients about my age. However, it honestly didn't.
Just keep digging a deeper hole.
I mean, people started putting pieces together when I posted I only posted my birthday one time, and I posted it when I turned 19.
Okay.
No. So people was probably like, "You told me you was 19 4 years ago."
Bro, story time. This girl had me making her look like a pervert. I was working at Winn-Dixie, right? I was like 16. I was 16. A girl come through the line trying to talk to me. I'm like, oh, now I got a girlfriend. She's like, how old you was? I said 16. She said she tried to make a joke. First, she already mentioned that she got tattoos by you. Mm-hmm. Then I said, oh, that's my girlfriend. She said, oh, she told me she's 21. You just said you're 16.
Sometimes what I would do is, if my client was like, how old you is, I'll be like, guess. And whenever they would guess, I would let them roll with it. I would never correct them.
Yeah, that girl walked left the line thinking you were a pervert.
I was born in 03.
Pedophile, I mean.
Let's get it straight. I am still young, but I would lie to clients on my age because, of course, legally you have to be 18 to get a tattoo license in Florida. So,
on the record, she never started tattooing until she was 18.
YouTube officially. And whoever else sees this. Thank you. I was practicing before 18.
It's all alleged.
I was an apprentice.
This is all allegedly she was in the shop. Nobody knows that. And no pictures of that.
There might be.
There's hundreds of them.
Yeah, there's a lot of them. Anyways, thanks YouTube. But yeah, I would have to do that. But it was clients still look at you the same because of they heard 18. They're like, okay, she's still kind of young. Do I want her to do my tattoo? But honestly, though, I really didn't have a ton of like doubters and stuff like that. So I'm happy for that. I'm grateful for that. Yeah, I'm grateful for that. So it made me feel like I was in the right field.
Yeah. So these are some questions that are like, I don't want to say deeper, but maybe you have an in-depth answer. Maybe you don't have anything. Maybe you haven't thought about it. You're 19. So I'll ask you, like, what is your goal in the tattoo field? Is it just I just like doing tattoos and that's it, which is fine? Or is it like something deeper than that?
Honestly, up until like as of recent months, I did want to own multiple tattoo shops. But then I realized I really
not that lucrative.
Let me not put this. I was gonna say something about not wanting to speak to a lot of people, but That's
Or
because I have
like-
bad anxiety.
Like man, you don't want the stress of managing multiple
Yes,
shops.
especially in different cities because, of course, I have to travel to these shops, which it wouldn't be a problem for me because we travel often anyway. But it's also not lucrative, and then it's like doing all the permits, all the inspections, and all that. It wouldn't be worth it in my eyes to have more tattoo shops because at the end of the day, if I'm not in the shop at the moment, it should be my artist, keeping the shop up, and I just get nervous thinking about that. So. My main goal now, I really just want to be a traveling artist. I want to go to different cities and different states to, do my work and probably network in these areas. And honestly, I also want to just teach people the right way to tattoo people who want to do it and who find passion in it like I did. Because now a lot of people I noticed go through apprenticeships to learn tattooing as a side hustle. But it's not a side hustle. You're doing permanent work on people's skin. Yeah. I wouldn't go be a doctor as a side hustle. So that's really my main thing right now. It's just trying to get it together where I can teach people correctly, take them through the proper courses, and not just do like 1 or 2 classes. I want people to do weeks of courses because tattooing is a long learning skill. So my main goal is really to travel and just teach people right now. It's also just spread information about helping clients feel more comfortable and what to do for a tattoo, how to take care of a tattoo, what kind of tattoos you can get, because also people don't know that they can get color if they're of brown skin tone. Just more so like educating people more on it.
Why do you think you want to educate people? Is it something you just want to try, or is it like do you feel like you just want to pass on the knowledge you have? Or
I want to educate clients and artists because I've seen being a young woman tattooing. I hear of a lot of young women getting tattoos that have gone through really bad experiences. And probably not just from men, but a lot of times it is from men, especially being a young lady, getting a tattoo on your thigh or your back or your hip or anything like that. A lot of times they don't think they have a choice in how they can be for a tattoo and how they can come for a tattoo in certain areas because they do get intimidated. I want to teach people about getting color tattoos because a lot of times people get told, oh, you can't do that. When it's really not true. I think a lot of tattoo artists are just lazier and they really don't want to take the time to actually give people what they really want.
So you want to get rid of that kind of misinformation.
Yes, I want to spread positivity in the tattoo community because it's already a taboo career. We already get enough hate as is. Like a lot of people see a bunch of tattoos of someone and automatically seem like,
bad person.
Yeah.
So you're here to change the perception of.
Yes, and also just make people feel more comfy.
Yeah.
Like I've just had a ton of clients tell me they've had to strip naked for certain tattoos. You don't gotta strip naked for any tattoo. There is not one tattoo I can think of that you gotta be naked for. It's never that deep.
So not even like, what if they want one like that's literally like on a private area?
You
like
can keep your shirt on. A lot
of
times.
Yeah, I mean, but at that point, you might as well just, if you got that part off, you might as well just get all the way down.
Tread lightly. Tread lightly.
You said you never have to get butt naked.
Yes. Like if you're getting a tattoo on your hip.
That'll feel weird. Like you just got the shirt on, you got that.
Yeah, but oftentimes.
That's what I'm saying.
Oftentimes you're more than likely not getting your full vagina.
What if it's
tattooed.
What about like a Cardi B top tattoo? Like what if somebody got that like one
through their whole side?
Yeah, where it's like because I think her whole back connects to her butt through her hip.
You could put a jacket on backwards, and you could wear a bikini bottom because they tie.
Okay, I was gonna say I think hers, her whole back, her entire butt, her entire hip.
I got my butt tattooed.
Entire side, I think.
I got my butt tattooed. I kept on my hoodie. I wore a thong or a bathing suit bottom.
So you think you just untie it, they put the stencil on, then you tie it back up to get there?
Yeah. I have a client just hold her strings if she needs to because I don't want to see y'all's vaginas, if I'm being honest. I don't,
Do you tell clients no? They just like, oh, I'd rather just take this off?
If they just want to take it off, it's fine. If they don't feel, if I don't see any hesitation or if I don't see any uncomfortability with it, I just let them have it. Because some clients really are comfortable with their bodies, and that's okay too. But usually when I see some videos of some women that are naked, I hear other voices in the background. Therefore, that means there are other people there in the shop while you're completely naked. And that can't be comfortable for some people. Mm. So I've just seen it too many times.
Yeah, because I remember going to a shop before and all they had was a curtain up. But when you first walked into the shop, you could see straight past that curtain. Like it only blocked when you were walking past them.
Like it was thin?
No, it wasn't thin. It was just like it was like an
It
angle.
didn't fully cover.
It was like
from
so.
every angle.
So it was like they worked in the corner,
Yeah.
and then the curtain kind of made a triangle.
Yeah.
But when you walked into the shop, you could see in between where the wall was and the curtain ended. There was like an opening right there that you could see straight through when you walked in.
Yeah, in our shop, we have walls up, and then everyone also has curtains that cover one side of the wall, so they can be completely covered.
Y'all are rectangles too, so it creates a rectangle. I mean,
Yeah,
because y'all is like you.
and like I said, you really don't have to be completely naked for a tattoo at all. Like if you're getting your full back tattoo, put a jacket on backwards. If you're getting something on your hip, put a bikini bottom on. If you're getting your whole boob tattooed, I mean, there's no way to go around that. So, because I have done that before, but usually clients, if they know they're getting a certain area tattoo, they do just get comfortable with it.
I don't think anyone getting their whole boob tattoos can be like, oh, I don't want anybody to see my boobs.
Yeah.
I will say that somebody
though,
can't think that, but that's an odd pairing.
Yeah, and a lot of clients be like, oh, I didn't wear a bra, is that okay? And I'm like, if that's okay with you, sis, I'm good, you know. And even with dudes sometimes, some dudes are self-conscious and they don't want to take off their whole shirt for certain stuff.
So, well, never mind.
Tread lightly.
Hey man,
God,
I'm talking how I talk.
So he can be confident. Don't make him not confident.
He said never heard of that. Like,
no, I'm not saying.
I said never that.
Oh.
No, I didn't even want to sound arrogant or anything like that, but I had to rethink because I'm like, okay, there are men out there that aren't. You know what I'm saying?
There are. And
I wasn't talking about myself.
It's not super common, but I do have to consider that there are also men out there who are a little bit self-conscious, and if you're human, you're probably
it's not just women.
Yeah, so I just really want to make people comfortable overall. Majority women I want to make comfortable, and I want to make my people comfortable, black people comfortable, because I mean, we get told we can't do so many things. Dang, we can't get a tattoo with some color in it. Golly.
So is there a certain way that you go about it, or does it matter? Like you
go about what?
Like with the color.
With doing it or spreading information about it?
No, not information. Like actually doing it. Like
is it different than?
Do you have to do it like go a different route that you would have to go for somebody like my skin color?
Yes, because I'm gonna be honest. If you are of a darker tone and you want to get a tattoo with a lot of detail in it, with a lot of small details in it, I would minimize it as much as possible, because when you tattoo color over certain designs, it can get muddy. If something is too detailed, it can get muddy. Even with just black, it can get muddy. So I don't put certain colors together either. Like if you want a dark blue, I'm not gonna put it with a dark purple right next to it, because it's gonna look muddy. Yeah. Dark colors heal darker. Colors usually will heal a little bit darker than what they are.
So like say I wanted the rainbow right here. What did it like a rainbow?
The rainbow.
What did it like a rainbow?
Purple wouldn't show.
Purple would show just fine, Trey. Like it would look like a rainbow. However, there are colors that it's not going to be as vibrant as it would be on a lighter tone person.
So what it like a rainbow?
It look like a rainbow.
No, I'm talking about like what it like a rainbow.
What do you mean by that? Like
people can look at it and not because of the shape.
It wouldn't be vibrant.
I'm saying not because of the shape. They can see each color individually and know what the color is.
It wouldn't be vibrant. They would know majority of the colors. Like yellow. Yellow's a weak color on our skin tone.
I was gonna say I've never seen a dark skin person get yellow and it even look yellow afterwards. It always looks brown.
Yellow is just it. I don't recommend it a lot of the times for a client of like a darker tone, because we are brown. Yellow is the closest thing to our skin tone anyway. It's just gonna blend right in.
I've seen people get yellow. It just looks brown after.
Yellow's weak. Okay.
I've never seen that.
You mix yellow with any color, I guarantee you ain't gonna see no yellow.
It's close to like white. Well, not close to white. Acts like white. I mean, like when it mixes with colors.
I have noticed on our skin tones, the color purple does not heal like it is fresh. Purple does heal a little bit darker most of the time. So I usually will lighten my purple up, but it still will heal in a weird way.
You add like white to it or something like that?
No, I use a different just tone of it.
Okay.
Instead of just using like the one I have already.
Yeah.
With blue will usually heal pretty good on clients. I usually don't have any problems with blue.
I say, I got
Pink is a weak color as well. Pink is not that strong, so it may not heal vibrant. It may. Yeah. So it kind of just depends on also the area that you're getting it. People don't understand. I wouldn't put a ton of color on a dark skin tone person on their neck, because neck skin is different. It's darker. You have shadows coming from your face that are going to make it appear darker.
I never thought
People
about that.
also don't take care of their necks or their chests.
Scrub and
Wash
stuff.
your necks, please, and moisturize.
Oh man,
calling somebody out.
But nah, look though, that's
what down their neck before. Oh, before you said that, I was gonna say, yeah, I got white like in the eyes of this lion, and my skin is completely absorbed. There's no hint of white whatsoever now. It's completely absorbed.
But
by white.
usually with white,
Like, this
we
is
do
the-
have people
these eyes
come
are
back
white,
for
whatever's
white
that.
Dang,
highlights.
really?
Yes, my skin is completely absorbed white. It's
Oh,
not even
I
like
can see it. I can see where it was though.
yeah, like it didn't like change color. It's just my skin just absorbed it. It's
Usually
just
with
it's
things
just-
that have white highlights in it, we'll have someone come back to put white highlights in, or we will retouch the white highlights because white is mainly used for just to brighten some areas up, not to do in the whole tattoo at all.
Yeah, that's what you told me. You were like just to make the eyes more distinct
Mm-hmm.
from the lion's face.
But you see how you just go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, like, you see how you broke it down? And
Yeah.
You taught us, I ain't even know.
I never thought about shadows coming from your face.
So it's
Yeah.
good that, like, you're letting people that have melanin in them, like,
Yeah.
you're not limited.
Like, you see how the light is coming, it's coming darker on your neck because it's coming down from your face. Therefore, it's going to appear darker.
Yeah.
And on your certain areas of your body aren't going to take color as well as other areas. That's just it. Skin is different everywhere on your body.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't even bother getting a ton of color put in your foot because it might, your feet have different kind of skin. Your feet have bone right there. So it's not going to...
And probably because, I don't know if this matters or not, but I was going to say maybe with the fact that it comes in contact with things so much.
Like on your hands and your feet, you're using those majority of the time when you're doing anything. So it's like, I just don't care to put color in those areas. It can show and it can last. But the healing process is also going to be difficult and you will probably need to touch up on those.
And you cover your, I don't know if this matters at all, but does it matter like when areas are in the sun more than other areas?
Yes,
Does that affect it too?
if tattoos are in the sun for long periods of time over a year, they're going to fade.
Yeah, cause I was going to say
always
your
use
hands and
sunscreen
feet.
over a healed tattoo.
Yeah, I was going to say your hands and feet, like especially like places like Florida,
Yeah.
almost never covered in the summer. People barely wear shoes.
Yeah.
Like, mostly just slide sandals.
And I wear slides and sandals every single
And
day. I own
hands
one pair of tennis
almost
shoes.
always out of the sun.
Yeah. So, like I said, certain areas you have to really take into consideration. And I do break this down to my clients. I break down a few things to them, especially like red ink, because red ink people have allergic reactions to them. It can reject your skin. Like,
So what if you had to rank it, right?
Mhm.
What inks or colors do you think would be best to worst on a person of color?
best to worst.
Or at least a person of, let me say dark skin, because person of color, other than black people, everybody else is still pretty fair skinned. Hispanics, Asians, pretty fair skinned. So on a darker
black
skin
up
person.
first, of course. Next, I would put red higher on the scale. However, like I said, red is made with different ingredients, and red is really tricky to work with. Especially, I'm allergic to red ink. I have it on my body, but if I scratch my skin or if my skin is irritated, the only part that's gonna swell up is red. It'll break out into hives. It happens pretty often for me. So I would put red high on the scale because it's usually pretty vibrant and it shows well on everyone. After that, I would probably put blue. Then, matter of fact, I would put green then blue. Green is a really good tattoo color. It's super vibrant. Y'all should get more green. Then I would put blue, purple. Then I'd probably go pink. Then I'd go orange. Then I'd go yellow.
Yellow last.
Yellow last. Yeah. I have yellow on me. And it shows well. And what I will say is, if you're gonna do yellow, like say if you get a sunflower, say if you want to get yellow sunflowers, I always tell a client, if you put some contrast in it, it's gonna show better. Like on my tattoo that I have yellow in, there's a lot of green around it and bold black lines, so it's gonna show a bit better than just putting yellow. If that makes sense.
Here, this one's kind of not off topic. I mean, it's on topic, but it's kind of moving away from the colors, ink, and all that. It's kind of moving more back to you being an artist.
Mm-hmm.
What made you want to open a shop, for one?
Mm-hmm.
And for two, do you find it difficult to present yourself as a shop owner and a businesswoman first, or do you even care, rather than just being a tattoo artist with a shop, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
If that if that makes sense.
There's a difference.
Yeah. So why open? So first question is why open a shop?
Let's start
Okay.
My brain late, y'all. I opened a shop because I wanted a positive, calm environment for tattooing. Oftentimes, when you walk into a tattoo shop, they're probably playing some loud music. It's probably going to be painted really dark. And it's not for everyone. It's just for what people have in their heads as well. It can be intimidating when you walk in. My tattoo shop is sage green and purple. And when you come in, we have like mango scented air fresheners. We have snacks and all that. Like we have usually like Summer Walker playing. So I wanted a calm environment for people to come in. Not like hardcore, finna go get tatted, you know?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Every time, like, when I think of tattoo, I think of black walls.
Yeah.
Every tattoo artist I'm looking at, there.
Music, hookah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Covered in tattoos, head and toes.
Piercings everywhere.
Like, I don't allow smoking in my shop. Sorry, I don't. Because I just want it to be a pure environment for people, just to come in and just vibe and chill. Usually our clients even speak to each other just because it's just a nice environment. I want it somewhere people can feel safe getting a tattoo done. Tattoos are permanent. You don't want to think of it as a negative experience. And a lot of times people do. People will talk about their first tattoos like it was a horror film.
Trying to be Chick-fil-A at tattoo shops.
Yeah.
Quality. Yeah, I just want a nice environment. That was really my main goal. And my goal was to hire all black women, in which I succeeded at, thank the Lord. And they all do pretty well for themselves. And they also all try to give our clients the best experience they can as well. Of course, there's like some flukes here and there, but owning your first business and having people under you for the first time is definitely going to have its flukes. And we're all our own people till the end of the day. So we just kind of do our best. Second question.
So the second question is, if you care, is there a way you try to differentiate yourself so people take you serious as a businesswoman and a business owner who is a tattoo artist versus being a tattoo artist who happens to run a shop?
No, I don't care. I don't care only
That's cool too.
I don't care only because my main goal, like I said, is really make people comfortable. Like, I don't care if you see me as
how people see you.
Yeah, like, I don't. Xavier knows I really don't care for all the flashy stuff. I don't care for being firm and all that. I really just want people to have a good time, get some good artwork done, and feel confident in themselves. A lot of tattoos I do are meaningful. A lot of tattoos I do are for people who have gone through experiences. I don't really care to establish myself as a businesswoman. Of course, I am one, but it's not my top priority.
Breaking a lot of taboos here, man. What it mean? What a tattoo shop is, the environment, what it means to be an owner, what it means to be a boss.
And oftentimes, though, when people come in and they're like, "Is the owner here?" and they always put like a he.
What an owner? You ever say what an owner looks like? What an owner
and I'm
looks
a
like?
5 foot tall,
breaking a lot of barriers,
115-pound girl,
breaking a lot of stereotypes, man.
Yeah, like one person came in and they said, we heard the owner will be in. Is he in today? And I was like, oh, well, she is, like, which I get it only because tattoo shops have been owned by men for a long time, white men for a long time, which, if they're talented, cool, whatever. But y'all know, for black people in general, we're getting up there now. We're able to do more with ourselves now. So I feel good about that, though. I really don't mind people assume wrong of me because, they're always going to be honest. I'm a 5 foot tall, small black gal.
And I see that what I do, too, because anyone who doesn't know, Jet Ski Guide, when I'm not podcasting, people always assume I own the business when they see me and my boss, but just because, like, he's skinnier, kind of frail guy, they see me.
Yeah, us frail people are struggling to own businesses.
I'm very assertive. I speak very loudly. So people will come in and like, oh, you run this place? I'm like, nah. I just work here.
Y'all should hear me outside of the podcast. I'm very quiet.
Whisper. Y'all see at the beginning I had to say speak. Oh, you might not see it, but if I leave it in, y'all see the beginning I had to tell them to speak up.
Oftentimes with my clients, like when I tell them I'm quiet, they're always so shocked. I'm not gonna be quiet during
I wish I got the business shop side of her. They get her being loud and stuff. I get home, I get, hey baby, can you grab my purse?
Because I have to be pronounced for my clients to hear me. I don't want to be like the tattoo artist was barely spoke. Like. I do use a lot of my social media at work, though. So when I do get home, I like to just tone it down. Because my average is 5 clients a day. 5 times. Hey, how are you doing today? How's your day going so far? What you want to get done? What do you want to get it at? Sign this consent form for me. 5 times a day. Then talk to them about their days. And I have to remember all this, too. Because they're a regular. I want to remember this information for them.
I'm sure you have a lot of meaningless conversations throughout the week, too.
No, or you just
meaningless. I'm just saying, or you have to keep the conversation going for like an hour or 2 hours about something you probably don't care about. They probably don't care about.
Most of the time, I have one AirPod and it's playing true crime podcasts. So, whenever it goes silent, I swear to God, I'm not listening.
She been lying to y'all.
But if I'm really interested in the conversation, they'll know. But a lot of times, I tell clients, if you want to put on your music, go right ahead. Like one of my clients, one of my regulars, she said, I ain't trying to be like that. I'm going to listen to my music. Is that okay? I said, girl, you go ahead because I'm tired of talking anyways. Some days it get like that. Like once you're on client like number 3, all you had for breakfast was a Starbucks coffee.
Oh yeah, that
You're
hunger starting to kick in.
You tired?
I ain't gonna lie. That's one thing I would say would definitely suck about when you run the business yourself. You know, you're not a regular 9 to 5. Regular 9 to 5, you have that 1 hour break scheduled in. You're going to get a break. You're going to eat. If you're for the barbers of the world, the tattoo artists,
We do not schedule lunches, y'all. We
they're
only
just
do that.
working. Like when they come in at 9 o'clock until they leave at 6 or 7, unless they hope somebody just didn't book a spot, they're working that entire
I be
time.
praying for a no-show some days. Like, oh my God, we be having to devour our food. And if you know me, we have a 4-year-old son. I got to get up earlier. I get him to school, then I go to work. And I get to work at least an hour before my first appointment so that I can draw up all my designs for the day. And I'm usually in there after time anyway, cleaning up and stuff like that. So, you know, like it's never ending. Then when I get home, I got to post for all 5 of my artists on our shop page, post TikToks, edit stuff because we got to post videos now. It's never ending. We're always working. And then clients are always calling. Clients are always texting. Go to my website. Thank you.
Okay, so we hear how busy your schedule is. Do you find time to really do things like hobbies or anything like that give you a peace or
Absolutely.
any
It is so.
tranquility?
I absolutely hate how everyone's like, you'll sleep when you die. I hate how everyone now is just like, oh, you got to get in grind mode. Yes, you should always be working. You should work hard. But they're acting like work is all you should be doing. Please go experience life.
That's not the most important thing. Chasing
You
money
will
is
literally start to hate your passion if you never give yourself no time.
Yeah.
Because I started to do that at one point. I was like, dang, do I want to get up for work today? But because all I've ever done is my first job.
Yeah.
I've never had to work anywhere else. It's my first job.
Crazy, boy. I've ever slaving at Zaxby's, all type of job, man.
I
That's
have
good,
never
though.
worked anywhere else. And I'm very grateful for that. I'm very proud of myself for that. I am very blessed for that. However, there were times where I would give myself 12-hour days with no break just because I wanted to fit in as much people as I can to, you know, make them happy and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I stopped doing that. I stopped doing that because I also have health issues. Working them hours with a 4-year-old and health issues does not work. Please rest. I don't even have any hobbies. Once I get home, I sit on my phone for 2 hours and watch ASMR.
So what's your go-to ASMR?
Sponge.
What?
Sponge and cleaner.
So the ones they be squeezing in front of the mic and all that.
With
Not-
some water and cleaner on sponges.
Anyways.
They pour cleaner, then they pour powder on it, and then they squeeze it.
Or
Powder
me
just
and
add into the
Xavier.
noise. Throwing it out there.
Me and Xavier will also like go on little hikes and stuff like that, or we'll go to the beach with our
Get off my
son.
chest.
Boy,
We'll find new restaurants to eat at, new hikes to go on. Like
Hike is a good go-to for
we
us.
try to find like new
Yeah.
videos to watch and new people to watch on YouTube and stuff. And
Yeah. I turned Leah into a YouTube watcher now. She watching AMP. She watching Con Phantom and them boys videos before I seen them. She be like, "Oh, you seen Duke new video? You see Agent new video?"
Wow.
man, I've been eating a laugh. Like I don't watch any like
She watch
horror
DG
films
more
or
than I
nothing.
do
I
now.
like to watch things that make you laugh.
She watching his vlogs more than I do now.
That's crazy.
I watch his.
Watch this man 3
I
hour
watch his,
vlogs all the way through.
That's what's up, though. That's what's up.
What is the app called? Twitch.
Twitch.
I watch his Twitch streams too.
Okay.
But we do try to find hobbies, and we also take 1 weekday off. I take 1 weekday off so that I can be without a child for several hours because I'm also a mom. I get tired, man, and we definitely have a village helping us, so we're not doing it all by ourselves. But you know, y'all know 4-year-olds talk a lot.
Okay, so how long have y'all been together? For people that don't know.
6 going on 7 years.
6 going on 7 years, so that's like what, 13, 14?
Yeah, 13.
13? And you're seeing her through this whole process. How did you feel from the beginning? Did you know, well, obviously you're going to have faith and you're going to, you know what I'm saying, be like, oh yeah, my girlfriend can achieve whatever she wants. But when you first started seeing success, like, how did you feel?
I mean, I didn't really feel no type of way. I was happy for her. I'm not. I'm like. I'm
Okay. I knew that was a bad question because I know who you are. You're the type to be like, okay, that's good, but keep going. So that maybe I should have worded that differently. But like, basically,
But that's good. People will get to understand Xavier's personality though.
yeah.
I mean, I was very happy for her. I was not shocked in any way.
So you knew.
Yeah, as soon as she started, before she ever touched a tattoo gun, when she showed me we were getting back on the bus. She drew like a paintbrush. She drew like a paintbrush or some junk and like with like a charcoal pencil.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, like, you can take art serious. I was like, you can draw. She was like, oh yeah, like you didn't mention this that you're like great at drawing.
To me, it wasn't that deep. Like in
Like,
my
no,
head, I'm like everybody can do basic.
Y'all gotta
art.
see this. Like it wasn't like a casual like, oh, some kid is kind of okay at art. She drew a paintbrush and it looked like somebody took a picture of that bit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you never mentioned that you could draw like phenomenally. like you know, they do the little casual portraits in class where they go step by step, like, here's how you draw eye, here you draw a
She
nose.
just went straight into it.
Hers looking like an actual person.
My art teacher in 8th grade actually took that drawing and put it in like this art show, and he was like, "You are really good at this. Take this serious." And I was like, "Oh,
so once she showed me that,
grab my paper, bro, grab my paper."
As soon as she said she wanted to get into it, I was like, "Oh yeah, go for it." I was like, "No, you're gonna be great." She put it in a room.
I went to the art show, by the way.
I told her, I was like, yeah, I was at the beach. I was like, convert it. I was like, convert the garage to a shop if you got to. I was like, I know this is gonna work for sure. Make sure you make an Instagram. I remember us trying to come up with a name for her, like a tattoo name.
And that's how we came, because you know Leonardo da Vinci. I was like, Leo. Yeah.
I think everybody understood, but
no, some people really don't.
Some
people truly don't.
Comments didn't say that comments.
Like as soon as I seen it be made, I was like, "Oh, that's clever, because I knew I'll bet."
But yeah, so I was always happy for it, and I was, like I said, I was trying to tell her, you know, saying you can always do more, you can always do better.
Yeah.
When she got into her first shop, I was like, okay, this is cool, this is great, but when you gonna get your own space?
He don't just do that with her, but he does that with everybody he care about, even with me. Even with me.
She got her own studio. I was like, you can get a shop though.
Oh
got
my
10.
God.
It's not in like that kind of way. He genuinely is like, okay, let's keep going.
Yeah, I always congratulate everybody. Make sure they pat themselves on the back. Make sure they understand what it is. Great, but also understand that you cannot get comfortable and that it's enough to be happy for yourself, but it's not enough to stop there.
Yeah.
To be honest, I don't really get comfortable. Xavier knows once I'm in a certain position for a couple months, I feel stagnant. Like I'm like, oh my God, I'm failing.
You need to kick it to another
like
level.
Okay, in the last year, I'm like, she can't be in the same place she was a year ago. Like Leah today or next year, 365 from today is in this exact same position. She gonna be like, okay, I failed somewhere. Just even though she's gonna be 20, still in a tattoo shop, still with 5 artists. To her, she be like, oh, I didn't do nothing last year. I didn't do nothing at all.
Yeah.
So, and then, I mean, I'm not
really helpful. I feel like that's how you should be. It don't matter what field that you're in.
Yeah, you should always want to do more. And that's all I was trying to tell you.
If it's a passion, the drive is going to come to you regardless. Yeah. If the drive ain't coming to you, it's not your passion, move on.
Same thing with like social media, because like Leah was like, okay, my followers not moving as much as they used to. Because Leah went from like 2,000 or 3,000 followers to a good, I want to say, 20,000 over a few months. She was getting like 1,000 followers a week at one point.
It was them butterfly tattoos. Y'all was going crazy.
Bro, I ain't even peeped that jump when it shot up that high. Cause I'm not like on it 27, but when it was on my jump, I'm like, oh, let me look at it. It's been a minute. Bro, that jump was at like 20K. I'm like, bro, where this came from? You feel me?
So she's getting
last time I looked at that, like 6K.
I was confused too. And honestly, y'all, I wasn't even posting like big pieces. Butterflies were going so crazy viral for no reason. Like I would do one little red butterfly on somebody like ear or something, and then it'll just go viral. I'm like, it's not that deep.
To my point though,
my real work that I spend a lot of work on, y'all need to go acknowledge it.
But to my point was, once they started stopping growing, I'm always kind of person like, okay, because they're not growing how they used to be. You need to, you know what I'm saying, maneuver with the times. Because at that time, you just post a picture and that was it. Like, Reels wasn't popping. TikTok didn't even exist. Yeah. It existed, but it wasn't really coming out yet. Because TikTok didn't really get popular, our junior year, maybe? Yeah. Going viral.
Like around COVID.
Around COVID. So, at this time, it didn't even exist. But now I'm like, okay, now Leah, we in the Reels game. TikTok Reels, that's the game now. Like, Instagram not promoting pictures how it was when you first came out. Yeah. And you drop those pictures and they go and viral in the Explore page. I'm like, they don't put pictures on the Explore page no more for real. But Leah the kind of person too, she's very adaptable. So I said that. I think I probably said it to her one time before she started making TikToks daily. It didn't take more than me saying, like, hey, maybe she's trying to actually get into TikTok, understand it. Because she tried it one time when I first said it, but she didn't like it, got frustrated. And I was like, actually look into it and understand how to edit them and stuff. Said that one time and been good. Just posting those. And those been doing pretty good.
I ordered a tripod this week.
Ordered a tripod and everything. Like, she got straight to it. Yeah. Those been doing pretty good, right?
My Reels, honestly. I've been doing like Reels that show me in them more as well, because people also now they don't want to just see what you're doing. They want to see you.
Yeah.
And a lot of times when I post myself, it usually gets over 1,000 likes. But people are like, "Oh, you seem so nice. You seem so, it's all the positive things that makes them want to come to you because they see how you are on the internet. Yeah. They're like, okay, cool." So I've been enjoying the journey. It's just definitely an adjustment. Definitely an adjustment. It takes more time, but it's still fun.
So I had 2 more questions for you.
Wait.
Can you have any more? Or you want me to go
No, you go ahead.
Okay, so I'll find 2 questions, right? And people at the end, if you're watching this question he's about to ask is coming after the clip you guys saw at the very beginning.
Since this is the second episode, you are our first guest.
Mm-hmm.
We will be asking this question to anybody that is an entrepreneur, anybody that's striving for greatness or anything like that. It's the 2, 5, 10.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you see yourself in 2 years, 5 years, 10 years? If you don't have it,
career-wise or life-wise?
just all of it.
Okay.
If you don't have an answer, that's cool. If you're just going with the flow, whatever. But just let us know.
It's pushing midnight. Sorry for yawning, y'all. 2 years was 20. How old would I be? I'll be 21. To be honest, in 2 years, I see myself having taught more people about tattooing, like doing my actual programs of apprenticeships. And I see myself at least going to like different states to tattoo and to network with more people. Mm-hmm. However, within 2 years, I'll still just, I'll still be pretty young. So I'm not going to say like I won't be able to do as much, but my plans are still building in my career. Because every day, I guess, or every month, I kind of like reevaluate how I want to go about my career, how I want to do it correctly. Because I'm still trying to like work out all the kinks and stuff. So I kind of see myself at least having traveled to a few states to work. Definitely I want to go to the main cities in Florida, which I have been doing. It's just when you have done so much at a certain age, it's kind of hard to like break it up.
One up with yourself.
Yeah, and of course I still want to keep doing it. I'm hoping I've gotten social media down packed by then, at least, know how to work a computer correctly. Since we'll only be 21, definitely we'll be married by then, which is phantasmic. What? You don't throw shade?
What? Nah, you gotta keep that in there.
We'll be married by then.
Let's get married.
Yeah. So 2 years, not too much. Just more so like working out everything to get it down packed.
Yeah.
So just solidifying my foundation.
Yeah.
Then there's 5.
5.
I'll be 24. Yeah.
Yep. 5 plus 19.
Just making sure. I'll be 24. I'm hoping I've gotten further. I honestly don't really know because 21 and 24 aren't that far apart. But I'm not really sure, honestly, because I told y'all my goals. I really just want to make people comfortable, make people happy.
Maybe we should do 10 and 20 from now on.
20?
Because 2 and 5 are almost like the same.
You can do a lot within 3 years of that gap.
I'm saying, like say you're like 21, like where you see something at 23 and at 26 probably aren't that different.
That's
probably,
fair.
yeah.
That's fair.
So I'll do my 20 for y'all too. 25. Honestly, I kind of just see him finishing up like his law school track and probably just settling into like, our family home and like, extending our own family, which by then I might slow down on my physical working just because I may start having kids and whatever else, but honestly, I'll probably see myself. I do want to start doing murals again because I took a break from that after I adopted my nephew and after my health problems came up. So I do want to start doing more of those, being able to just, like I said, keep on giving confidence, keep on, spreading positive information about tattooing. I'm not sure where exactly it'll take me just yet. Like I said, still trying to solidify my foundation. 10 years, I'll be 29. I don't even know.
Pushing 30.
I'll be pushing 30. I'll probably.
Well, you will be 30 in like 2 months from that point.
Yeah.
Because you'll be 20 this year. So.
If I do decide to have more tattoo shops, hopefully those are good and up and running. But I'm still like iffy on that just because, like I said, it's a lot of unnecessary stress for me right now. I'm not sure how futurely it will feel. This currently it has anxiety. Hopefully futurely it won't have anxiety. So I may change my mind on that. But I'm not sure. 29 is like still young. I'm not like entirely sure what I'll be doing. Hopefully I'll be enjoying my life though.
Yeah.
Hopefully
So you don't have like an age where you're like, okay, let me hang up the physical being inside the shop and.
I have an age in mind just because tattooing is physically taxing. Tattooing, you can develop carpal tunnel and all that good stuff, you know, like, and even it started happening to me now. So working with a vibrating gun all day and working with your hands and stuff, of course everybody works, but you know, tattooing, you working with different circumstances. So by that time, I don't see myself stopping until like maybe like 45, 50. Because I just love what I do. And if as long as I'm physically fit to be able to do it, I'm going to keep doing it.
Yeah, that's passion for real.
Yeah, because that's why like my mind's in like really going to certain places. Yeah. Of course, I definitely want to have more investments going in the case that I do need to stop, in the case that I do need to take a break, so that I can still make money. But yeah, so in 29, I see our family blooming, growing. I see us settling to our family home. I see us having gone to a few different countries to travel to visit. Yeah. I want a simple life. I really just want a suburban white picket fence life. I don't need to be rich, to be honest. I don't need to be famous. One thing I want to be famous for is just helping spread positivity about tattooing. And as far as 20, what the fuck is that? Huh? I'll be 39, y'all. And like some things I don't have an exact answer to because I may change my mind. I'm still pretty young. I'm young enough to change my mind and to switch it up.
So 5 to 10.
Yeah.
5 to 10?
Yeah.
No 2.
Your part's good too. But so I guess we can call that the episode, man. Thank you. First interview officially done. Thank you, Miss DaVinci, for coming on our podcast.
You're welcome. Soon to be Miss Holden.
Woo! Is there anything you want to plug in? Let the people know. Yeah. Anything you got upcoming? Anything hot incoming? Anything?
If y'all just follow my Instagram at Leahdavinci, you'll just see whenever I post my travel dates for certain cities. If you want me to come to your city, just let me know. Message me, drop a comment. Just message me, drop a comment. You can see me on your podcast. What?
Tell them to say I came from the Duval Dialogue podcast.
That'll be hard.
Yeah. Make sure I do that. And if y'all could follow my TikTok, the clock app, at Leahdavinci Arts, because Leahdavinci was stolen and taken. So if you have Leahdavinci on TikTok, give it back. Give it back. Now.
You know where you got it from.
You know where you got it from. Don't do that. And lastly, just look out for a lot of my updates and stuff. Usually I post ahead of time for things I have coming up, so it won't be last minute when you see it. Usually when I post it like a month in advance. So, yeah. On my website, www.leahdavinciarts.com. Go ahead.
And that was us, man. Thank y'all for tuning in to episode 2, the Leahdavinci interview of the Duval Dialogue podcast. We will catch y'all in the next one. Yes, sir.